starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everyone, it's Sunday night, and I told you guys that I was going to be with you guys tonight. So, again, my name is Patrice Grumble, and I am known as SC Bookgal 843. And tonight, we're going to be talking about the flowers of Eve. So, we're bringing back this author one more time, and we're going to get a little bit more deeper into this book, okay, you guys? So, let me give you a little background. And I'm not going to give much away because you need to get the book, okay? So, girl gets heartbroken, girl meets guy, okay? Girl's interested in guy, girl meets guy, girl guy go on date, girl guy fall in love, girl guy baby mama. Yeah, okay? There are some other subtopics going on, as in you have the best friends that are in the situation, and like I told you, baby moms and past loves. But like I said, I'm not going to give you much because I don't want you to not go grab this book. Okay, so without further more, I am going to bring up the author LaKendrick L. Northern. How are you tonight? I am doing well. So before we start off, you have to tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Kendrick Sullivan from Blackville, Arkansas. Been incarcerated for over 27 years. Still fighting for my freedom. I reside in Montgomery, Alabama, with a Carver. And just out there, many books, many genres.
Okay. So we're just gonna dive right into the book, you know. So let's talk about these characters. We have talked about them before, but let's get a little bit more deeper. Okay. So let's start off with I'm just gonna ask you a general question so we can move right on into it. Which one of these characters or is your favorite? And why is that character your favorite? And once we find out about this character, we'll go a little bit more.
I'll probably say Kendrick because of his transition. And man, he was raised up in a good home. He had morals, values, and principles and things. But into the environment he's been, I feel my character's origin stuff, and he just came together and mixed up the wrong crowd. That's how things happen.
Okay, yes. So Kendrick Kendrick is to me, it seems like he is you or the typical African American male. Would you say that would be true?
I mean, every author has little snippets of their life, characteristics in it. But, I mean, you can say that I made it where how I want to be today, the man I want to turn to today. That's how I transition in the book, you know what I'm saying? But I told the readers that, that you have a time in your life where you have to grow. You know what I'm saying? I just showed the reader the growth of this character.
Now, I have to admit, you guys, throughout the whole book, even though the book I want to say, if I can't remember, I think it's between maybe 250 to 300 pages. But in this time span of the book, you literally see the character development between each one of the characters from their hurt, their frustration, their pain to their triumph. And that's one thing I do like when authors do that. And the reason being is because I like cliffhangers, but once I really get into your book, these characters like become friends, become individuals that I see on an everyday basis. And of course, you're going to be rooting, yeah, for your favorite character. And That's why in most books, now sometimes I can do a cliffhanger, but in most books, I want to see that character in so many terms get what they deserve, good or bad. Okay, so let's talk between the two ladies, between Eve and Mo. Who was your favorite character and why?
I'd say Eve was my favorite character because, as I wrote the book, like I said, you write specific characteristics. And, that's after transitioning from the streets, and learning what love is, you will have a realization of what type of typical woman you would like to be with and spend the rest of your life. So I had to build that character around that, but I had to also show the pains and the heartaches, to get there because, every relationship is not perfect.
Great. So, if you can give Eve a piece of advice, what would that advice be for her?
My advice would be, that, although you always be dependent on someone in the world, no matter what it may be, you gotta have some type of independence of yourself also. But at the same time, you have to know how to just gotta be in line between the two, and you know how to learn how to love, and know that there's different levels of love, and different strengths of love, signs, forms, and status. You know, so because she had once upon a time, like I said, she felt that she could never love again because she was trapped in a life where she was dependent on a man. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. Because she was. And that's one of the things that Eve has to go through in the book. She has to, let's just say, in so many words, reinvent herself because herself was in her love. But then something happened to her love, and I'm not going to tell y'all what happened. So y'all got to read the book to figure out what's happened. But something happens to her love, which leaves her now trying to reinvent herself into the woman that she becomes in this book. You have a lot of subplots going on in your book, in to be for this to be your first release, not your first written book, but your first release. You made all your subtopic topics or sub situations intertwine with each other. How in the world did you make that happen and keep everything straight?
I mean, shit, reality, that's how the world rolls. The world rolls twists and turns, every day is a different day, every time is a different action, so every character has their lifestyles and things they go through, you know, just like how we're like social media, just being social period, it's just share things with each other and, those things become reality and get in the mix of each other.
That is true. That is true. A lot of the situations in this book, you guys, you can pinpoint it to happen to somebody that you know. So I'm going to ask you, Kay, which one of the situations in your book did you enjoy writing the most?
Weird situation. I mean, like all the situations, but,
but you,
uh,
but you got to choose one. I know that you had. Okay, you guys, I'll give you three. I'll give you my favorite three, and then you tell me which one you want. You like. Um, I love the situation between Eve and Mo, and how Mo gets Eve out of her shell to actually go out to the club. She gives her this confidence, like, come on, mama, you got to get it together. We got to continue on with life. So that's one. How about the situation where Carlos and Kendrick is talking, and Kendrick is giving Carlos that, hey man, you got to cut this out because life is short and things are going on, and I don't want anything to happen to you when he's doing his little dealings. Or the, ooh, I don't want to talk about that one. I don't want to talk about that one. Um, the 4th of July, where everyone was together and it seemed like it was just heaven on earth. Which one of those three situations was your favorite to write about and why?
I think I see all of them. But then, like I said, I just go ahead.
Oh, come
One of the
on.
things, one of the things I would say is, when they had went on their first date, prior to that, they had met, exchanged numbers, and like the typical street dude, being out there moving fast, he forgets to call her because she had got in her feelings and things. But when they finally hooked up, it was at the point where he made it seem like he forgot his wallet, and like he was a deadbeat or whatever. So he takes that stigma in her head that naturally goes on to the black man out there in the street. But when all was said and done, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell the reason, but it was a prize that she wasn't expecting. So that's one of them.
No, see, in that scene, he was nothing but being a player. That was one of those smooth 1980s Billy Ocean type player moves. It, I can't, and why I say Billy Ocean?
That's how I be romantic.
Okay, you could call it romantic. A typical guy would say that. But for a female, you guys, it was one of those, it was smooth. And I know people's like Billy Ocean. I love Billy Ocean. Okay. I've got a newfound love to his music again. But, Billy Ocean had those.
But we wasn't on the Caribbean. We wasn't the Caribbean queen, though.
Yeah. So, Billy Ocean used to wear those little, he was always in a suit. If you look at all of Billy Ocean, he was always in a suit or a soft collar polo shirt and a suit. So that's what I was getting when that scene came along. Which which scene was the hardest to write?
The scene to write for me was the transition at the end of the book where everything was coming together, all the plots had came to a head, and it was a tragic. Like I said, we can't get too much away, so but it was something tragic that happened, in a typical world when something happens, you know what I'm saying? It pretty much brings, all the time, bad things always bring family and friends together for some reason. So it was kind of, trying to bring it together and try to close the book out at the same time. So it was kind of hard, but I had managed to find a way and make it happen.
Okay, can I give them a little snippet, just a little snippet of the last 75 pages? Just a little. I'm not going to give away a lot, just a little. Can I, please? Okay, he didn't.
But just, some secrets and some deceit all had came to a head, and some tragedy happened. Situation in the hospital, it's a situation out there in the world. You have, that's why they tell you to protect yourself and be more mentally inclined to what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself protected because there's things out there that you catch. And, there's things in there with suicide. There's things in there with, the mental part of what you're going through to make you cause you want to hurt you, like domestic violence. It's everything wrapped up in one, but in a reality that you can relate to.
And the crazy thing about it is, you guys, if you're living here in Charleston, everybody, if you're breathing, you've heard about the tragic situation that just happened in the North Charleston area when it came down to domestic violence. And that is one of the situations that happened in this book. So I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I'm going to ask, how important was it to have that factor of domestic violence? Um, how important was that to be in the book? Do you feel that it was something that could have been left out and the book still be the same? Now, I would like you to answer that question, and then me as the reader, I'll come back and answer that question.
Well, I feel it was very important because a lot of people, like I say, when I write, I like to write with reality in my book. I like to write with just being hurt. You know what I'm saying? And it's a couple men too that are at a minute state, but at the same time, it's someone out there that needs to be loved and listened to because they're going through some things that they're just afraid to tell someone. And just have to, you know, be knowledgeable of that. So yeah, it's important to me.
And I think as the reader, you putting that in the book, I feel that it was very important. And the reason why I feel like it was important is because it brought awareness to it. A lot of people would sweep it under the rug and think about it when something else tragic happens, especially here in the state of South Carolina, where we have one of the highest rates of domestic violence. And you bringing it to light in the book, it it gave that character, and I don't want to say it like this, you guys, I truly don't, but it gave that character such a human sense that you really can look and go someplace, or you can be at home and think about somebody who's going through this, and it puts you in the situation of how you can encourage that person, how you can be there for that person, because when they're ready to leave, you need to be, all right, let's go, let's do what we need to do, you know what I'm saying? So um, what scene was the most romantic to you? Because you hit a couple of nerves on some of these scenes. Some of these scenes, yeah. Which one was the most romantic one you feel?
That's that one. Kendrick took her out on a date, and she expected to go somewhere, but he took her to his house. You know what I'm saying? She probably was expecting that his house was all ran down, shadows, whatever. And she was surprised that he, you know, he was kind of front. He was a front man. He wasn't like being stereotyped as he had put it, like, you know, otherwise. So he decided to have a day at the house, show that his cooking skills. You know what I'm saying? His skills are making dessert. You know what I'm saying? You know, just have a good time. But I have to go out. But people these days don't know how to do. You know what I'm saying? They get much how to get out and we going. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, kept it central. Kept it in the house. You know what I'm saying?
So, as the author, you were saying Kendrick was showing off his culinary skills and how you can have a good time in. As the reader,
Right.
Kendrick was trying to, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So he just had easy access if he did everything at home. He ain't got to worry about driving anywhere. He was already at home. But that part was very sentimental. He was very sweet in that part. But when y'all read it, y'all see Kendrick has something up on his sleeve from the get go. So let's go to the secondary characters, Carlos and Mo. These two were um the train tracks, as I may call it sometime. The two characters, you want them to get together, but one character got this situation going on and the other character got this situation going on. Why did you choose the path that you gave them to?
Both of them came from a similar background. Like I said, how I wrote the origin. Like, well, she was a woman that always wanted to be loved, but the way she received love was in an indirect way. You know what I'm saying? She was more neglected in the household than anything. So when she was raised around the environment, she raised around, you know, that material value is the main thing. So she used her way to get through. She used to look to curves and stuff in the street credit to get to what she wanted. And on the other hand, you had Carlos did the same thing. He was raised pretty much in unfortunate struggle, you know what I'm saying? That he had to get out and get it how he needed to get it. You know what I'm saying? So by any means he had to get it. So he was stuck in the street, but at the same time, they both wanted their love. They both wanted to do better, but you know, just the way they came up, tug of war in the streets, and the tug of war trying to be good. She's a tug of war. I want to love. That tug of war, hey man, get it how I live, you know, material. You know, material things. You know how y'all women say y'all proud of Gucci, get you like all and stuff, you know what I'm saying? The designer thing. You know.
And that is true because you can tell Carlos had this sweet Sweet. The player wanted to be tame. Let's put it like that. Okay. And the playeress, was getting tired. To me, it seems like Mo was getting tired because she was wanting what Eve and Kendrick had. So that's why I say she was getting tired of the games that was being played between her and the guy that she was with. So when you have the player that wants to be tame and the player that is tired and they get together, my question is, will they work?
Yeah, it's pretty much a crash course. It's an experience that you go through when you live and you learn. So a lot of people go through some things, and that's what a lot of people are afraid to see about love and relationship. They're afraid to go through them different levels and pain that they'll go through. You know, and everybody thinking, oh man, love is hunky dory, and oh, it's great. Everything's gonna happen peacefully. That's not love. If love is like that, it's in person. You know what I'm saying? A perfect love is the love that you can come up and have your fights and where you come through and have them understand and come back together and realize, but hey, we can work this out. That's a perfect love. You know, when everything is hunky dory, it's in person. So it's different.
Well, in this book, they did have their moments of hunky dory. That's when they did the 4th of July and when the ladies just was out getting their hair and stuff done. But then each one of the characters had their what I call knockout dragouts. And there were plenty of times in this book I did not see the characters working through it. And when they did work through it, you're at that, oh my God, they came to an understanding moment. And it's not one of those ones where, and y'all know me, y'all know I love me a good erotic book. But this book wasn't one of this books where as they had sex and then 2 3 page later they're back to it. This book is one of those books where they talked it out, they thought it out, and came to a conclusion. So that is another reason why I did love the way this book was steered. So we're going to come back to you because we talked about the characters and we talked about the situations and we don't want to give out too much. I want to know, is is there, I know you're working on 1 to 2 projects. Okay. Do you want to talk about those projects?
There's a few random things that are making. Right now, I have some going with a special woman of mine that we write a book. It's erotica called Distant Treats. You know what I'm saying? It's a story of a couple. You know what I'm saying? Instead of writing their names, you have them, names to inspire and desire, and they go on a journey. And they erotica, they live stories, you know what I'm saying? It's essential. And you can have a little romance, you can have a little kick your hair, kick it there, it's a little treat for the readers, you know what I'm saying? To get a type of erotica, you know what I'm saying? They bring something different.
And then you have another one that's, you might be dropping like 2 books almost at the same time, huh?
Well, like I say, I got all it on it's on standby. I had told myself, man, I'm working on one thing at a time, So, gotta support all the way around, support is the main thing. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So we see you have your social media contacts. We see that you are on Instagram and you are on Blue Sky and you are on Twitter. And now I see that you were able to create a Facebook page. So if you're looking at the bottom of the screen, you guys, you see everything is really his first and last name, LaKendrick Norman, and all of his profile pictures is his book. That if you look this way, Flowers of Eve, that is all of his profile pictures, which I think is very smart. So it gives the readers and other authors who want to contact you a way of making sure that they have you. Is there anything else you would like to say to your readers about what you wanting to do, any thanks, any shout outs, just anything to close out my very last show of 2024.
Yeah. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the Queen of Collaboration, Angela. Without this, everything that's happening right now, she is the root of it all. Give a shout out to Jeanette, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Patrice, all of them, played a factor in the growth and development of how everything is going. And, I don't want to put, like I said, I don't want to put myself in a specific genre where I write just some of the urban tales I did and some of the early work I did, as you grow your talent, become better as you get. And if you don't use them, they'll diminish as well. But, over time, I wrote on different things. I got cherish books, espionage books, murder mysteries, you know what I'm saying? Other urban books. And, I want to touch bases on everything. So I'm not stuck in no box. You can't get paid. I'm going to get for a little bit of everything to everybody, And hopefully one day, what I'm saying, y'all see me and you're going to say, hey, that's on that open record list, you know what I'm saying? One day. But like I said, man, I just want to thank everybody for just, believing in me, give me a chance, apply to the criminal justice system and the crookedness in it, and trying to get all these brothers that's out there that need their hands, everybody, they make mistakes, man, but everybody ain't, tied down to their mistakes, So just want to, pretty much that.
Well, thank you for joining me tonight, you guys. This is my very last show of 2024, and I am just honored to say thank you for another year, another season, and I will see you guys Tuesday night when I'm with the rest of the ladies, and we're gonna bring in the New Year's. Well, we're gonna bring in our podcast New Year's. Let's say it like that, okay? But thank you guys. Another Sunday night in the books. Happy New Year. Great blessings. Good night, everyone. Bye.